Well, folks, it's finally here. The sermon series that you've been waiting on launches this Sunday. 5 consecutive Sundays, we're going to talk about one of the most important issues in the world. We'll also talk about one of the most important issues in the Bible. It's a topic that affects us all. The sermon series is entitled, Get Your Money Right. You know, Kanye West said, wait till I get my money right. And a lot of people have been waiting and waiting and waiting. But let me tell you something. Waiting is not going to get your money right. You've got to have a plan. You've got to have a strategy. More importantly, you have to understand the basic fundamental concepts of money and how money works. I believe that the church is responsible for teaching money management issues, biblical principles that can help anybody leverage the financial field. Did you know that in 2015, the poverty line was $24,000? If you made $24,000 or less, you were classified in America as living below the poverty line. When you look at that per each race, it's amazing to find out that poverty affects every single race on the planet. The African American race suffers at 24% living below the poverty line. The Hispanic race, 21% living below the poverty line. The Native American race, living below the poverty line, 26%. And the white race, living below the poverty line, 9.1%. Poverty affects us all. What's funny about poverty is sometimes you can be in poverty and not really realize that you're in poverty, because we have all of these things in life that cause an illusion that creates delusion, making us think that we're doing okay. You know, we try to fix ourselves up in a way that I think we can forget our financial situation is in need of some help. We like to buy fancy clothes and drive big cars and maybe live in expensive places. But let me tell you something. God intended for your bank account to be blessed. God intended for you to be able to not just be blessed, but He intended for you to be a blessing. There has to be a plan, there has to be a strategy to take us from where we are to where God intended for us to be. And let me tell you something, that strategy is going to be laid out 5 consecutive Sundays, starting this Sunday. You don't want to miss it. Starting January the 8th, that's the kickoff. Let me tell you what we're going to be talking about in the next 5 weeks. We're going to be talking about the 7 laws of financial freedom. Do you know what they are? If you don't, you need to be at the Freedom Church. I promise you, just the sheer knowledge of what they are and then how they work will change your financial stratosphere in one day. We're also going to be talking about the law of contentment, one of my favorite topics, and how important it is to master the law of contentment if you ever plan on rising above poverty. Then on top of that, we'll be talking about the laws of sowing and reaping, and it's bigger than you think and even greater than anything you've ever heard. Then in the 4th week, we're going to talk about the habits of financial health. You know, our church is really big into all types of health, physical health, spiritual health, financial health. One of our focuses this year is to help people get their money right. And you want to understand the components of a financial healthy status and what it takes to maintain a financial healthy relationship with money. Then the 5th week and the final week, we're going to be talking about where best to invest. There can be no financial increase, no financial gain if there are no investments. And you should be an investor. I'll share this the 5th week, but I'll give you a little piece of that. You should be an investor because God is an investor. When you understand that God is an investor, then you will learn how to position yourself to be an investment that He's interested in investing in. When He invests in you, you invest in good investments, and then you have a return for your investment as well. You become a return for God's investment. This thing is going to be life-changing. What a perfect time for this series. It's the beginning of a new year. Time for us to really focus. Many of you are still trying to recover from Christmas and trying to recover from 2016 and some bad financial decisions. Why don't you join us January the 8th for a financial series that's going to bless you and your family, and your children's children shall be blessed. We're going to be talking about getting your money right. You don't want to miss it. The next 5 Sundays, 11 a.m. The address is 828 North Houston Road, Warner Robins, Georgia. Again, that's 828 North Houston Road, Warner Robins, Georgia. The next 5 Sundays, starting January the 8th. Come and join us, come grow with us, and come get your money right.